Welcome to the show. My name is Adam. Thank you for tuning in. Nintendo just dropped a bombshell of news, and there were four games in particular that really caught my attention. So we're going to talk about those on today's show. Cue the intro.
Welcome to Retro Adam.
All right. So four games in particular that were announced. The first one being a new Mario and Luigi game, which is surprising because the developers behind the original games went bankrupt in 2019. They're called Alpha Dream. So that's kind of confusing then, because now we don't know who developed the game. So I'm kind of curious if Nintendo maybe brought over some of the developers of that company and then kept them in the studio at Nintendo. So, or if it's a whole new studio that created the newest game. So it's called Mario and Luigi Brothership. I was a huge fan of the first game. That one came out on Game Boy Advance. It was about the Bean Kingdom or whatever. And that game was really good. It was a really great RPG. And then they had one on the DS, which was called Partners in Time. I did not like that one very much. It felt very, I don't know, there was something about it that was off that I didn't really enjoy. It didn't feel very polished. And then they had Bowser's Inside Story, which was also on the DS. I did not play that one. It looked very good, though, so I should go back and play that one. And then I believe the next one after that was Dream Team, which was on 3DS. And then they had another one called, it was called Mario and Luigi with the Paper Mario character in there as well. I did not play that one. I'm not sure if that one was any good. And then after that, they did a remake of Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS. So after that, I believe that's when they went bankrupt, unfortunately. But they're a great company. They made some great games. I hope the newest one, Brothership, it looks really good. So I'm kind of curious to see how that turns out. The next game that was announced that really caught my eye was Dragon Quest HD 2D remake. And that one looks really good. I have not played Dragon Quest 3 before. I've beaten the first one on the original Nintendo. So they announced that coming out soon. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. And then they had another game they brought up. It was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. So you got all three games there that are all going to be coming out soon. So that was a nice surprise. And I would love to play all three of those at some point. So super excited about those ones. And then the third game that caught my attention was Legend of Zelda Echoes of Time. Now, this was a big surprise because another Zelda game, coming out so quick. They just had Tears of the Kingdom last May come out, and now they got another Zelda coming out this September. And the other surprising fact is that you're playing as Zelda, which is, I believe, is a first, actually. That I don't think you've ever played as Zelda in a Legend of Zelda game. So you're always playing as Link. So this is quite a surprise. So at the beginning of the trailer, Link was sucked into some sort of alternate dimension, and then Zelda was released from some sort of crystal prison, and then she escaped the castle, and then it shows an opening of her on a hill with the massive world that's coming to explore. Now, the other thing that's interesting about this game is that Zelda will not be fighting with a traditional sword. It looks like some sort of a wand that can summon creatures or items to help you explore the world. For example, you can summon a chair or a table or a bed, and then you can use that to jump on, get extra height to solve puzzles and things like that. And then when you're fighting enemies, it looks like you can summon rocks or something and throw them at the enemies, or you can summon other creatures to help fight for you. So she's almost like a necromancer. Kind of reminds me of that. That game looks really, really fun, really interesting. I love the new concepts behind it, so I'm looking forward to that game. Let me know in the comments what you think of the way they're handling that. And the last game that was announced, I had a huge feeling that they were going to say something about this one. As soon as I saw the green text go by, I knew it was Metroid Prime 4. So opening of that trailer, Samus's ship flies down. She jumps out of the ship, lands, and there she is standing there in her full armor suit with the music. They went into it full force. Right away, you could hear the music that's just reminiscent of Metroid Prime, the original game that came out on GameCube, and it looks fantastic. Obviously, it's kind of on outdated hardware, but I'm sure that on the Switch 2, they'll have updated graphics, so some sort of a patch, I guess, to heighten the graphics. But it looks awesome. The music looks amazing. The music sounds amazing. Gameplay looks very similar to the original Metroid Prime, so I'm very excited for that. But otherwise, yeah, those were the big highlights of that Nintendo Direct. Let me know if you saw anything in there that kind of caught your attention, what you're excited about. That's essentially what I wanted to talk about. Is just those 4 particular games really caught my interest, and I'm super excited about those. Oh, and another game as well was obviously Nintendo World Championships. They showed a bit more of that there. It says NES edition, which makes me think that they might come out with like an SNES edition next, which would be really cool. But it's similar gameplay style to the NES Remix, which came out on 3DS and the Wii U. It looks like there's a bunch of leaderboards. There's like grade systems you can get, like S rank, A plus rank, C, that kind of stuff. And there's like a lot. It's really focusing on speedrunning. So there's a lot of challenges that looks like, beat Super Mario Brothers 1 as fast as you can kind of thing. So I'm really excited to live stream that and on Twitch and YouTube and try and go for the highest scores on the leaderboard. I'm really excited to do that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So that is the episode for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, hit that like button and subscribe. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace.